Hey, it's me again. So I'm used to taping 15-minute segments of Bob's Daily Devo on YouTube. Now it looks like I'm gonna have to go to like little, you literally don't have any any spare change here, no spare time. Just a minute ago, the phone was going off, and I was like, "What in the world is this phone going off?" And it turned out that it was the little one's phone. The little one had their iPhone 6 going off, and so only a few percentages of power there. So I'm getting to get their phone charged up, and I'm getting gas at Costco. Then I'm going to run into Costco. I'm going to run through the store like I've never run before, and I'm going to get all the things. I feel like I'm on a shopping spree. I'm going to get everything I can buy out of the store, and then after that, I'm going to run over to Home Depot. I'm going to buy all the baling wire that I've ever. I'm going to buy 1 million. I'm going to buy 1 million. I'm just going to baling wire. Because when you have chickens, you got to have baling wire. It's just so. And it's a very intense time because, of course, Casa del Green is consolidating. Casa La Victoria is expanding. We had the big fire and the electrical meltdown at Casa La Victoria. Out of that, we had a little discovery that the original side of the house, the original planks with a curve, it was like this thick, nice big groove in there. Beautiful, beautiful planking from the 1880s, 1890. That original planking, we uncovered it. It was behind the meter box, which was inside the kitchen. Don't tell me, I know, totally illegal, totally horrible. And then, of course, from the power pole, 2 little wires, little tiny little micro wires coming into the house, just going through the house into the. And then we had 8. Turned out we had 8 circuits, but only 6 were on breakers. Bob, that's 2 circuits. Where'd the other 2 go? They were just free. Yeah, free death. Yesterday, at the end of the day, I asked Rob, the master electrician from Express Electrical. If you ever have to have electrical, call Express Electrical out of Pomona area. And I noticed the gas line. I noticed after the crisis that it was all kind of covered with a powdery white. I thought, what is that? So I asked Rob, and Rob said, Bob, the gas line was superheated so hot that the plastic coating on the outside melted off and turned to a white powder. If this problem had continued for a few more minutes, boom, would have happened. It would have gone boom. It would have exploded. The gas would have gone everywhere. It would have been a horrible, nightmarish mess. So we literally were saved by the grace of God. And God's grace is so much appreciated in my family. We see very clearly how close life and death really are. I nearly was killed by the smoke inhalation. I was nearly killed by the fire. I was nearly killed by the electrical problem. The whole thing is just such a miracle. And then we got Rob to put the icing on the cake, to put the cherry on top of the chocolate sundae, which is, if you want to bring that, that's nice. I like ice cream. But if you want to just cap it all off, we got a man named Rob from Express Electrical. And I got financing. We got Rob. Rob went out of his mind, crazy, awesome. He was so perfect. He was like beyond nice, beyond kind. And he came and he did the job, and he was awesome. He was awesome. He was so fantastic. You could not believe it. I mean, everything that he did was just great. And all I saw was a box, square box, full of melted, burning wires that had been melted together. And he was able to discombobulate all that We put 4 upstairs, 4 downstairs. We cleared a wall of all of the turn out, we ever put up drywall? And when you do drywall, you put a screw about 10 inches, you do a screw on the studs, you put the screws in regular pattern. This guy, every 2 inches, I'm not messing with you, this is not a hyperbole, every 2 inches. I think they thought the wood was there, so look, let's have fun. It was just like, So we took all that off. We took the entire drywall off. We took the cabinet and threw it away out of the wall. So we have now the beautiful original siding of the house before they put in the kitchen back in the 20s, and it's just amazing, 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 amazing to have it look so beautiful. You could see. You can see the color of 1890 on some of the planks. You can see all the different colors. One is like this, like a little tiny thing where they had the original electrical meter. And you can see just a little tiny footprint where the little meter was. And now we got a meter that's like, 2 feet by 1 foot. This huge meter and has 32 different spots, and it's amazing. What does that tell us? It tells us that we don't know when we're going to need the Holy Spirit. We don't know when we're going to need God. We don't know when the electrical is going to go crazy and we're going to be ready to die. But in a split second, in the twinkling of an eye, I jumped up, had my dikes, clipped off the wire coming from the pole into the house, and jumped out the window. Help! Help! I couldn't breathe, and my family was screaming at me, "We got the fire extinguisher. Do you want a fire extinguisher? We got a real dandy fire extinguisher right down here, buddy boy. Come on down, get the fire extinguisher." Well, the Holy Spirit did not tell me to get the fire extinguisher. The Holy Spirit, wisdom, said, turn off the power. And the power was not able to be turned off by a breaker in this particular case because the house was not grounded and it was 1890 technology. So I ran like a maniac and I just cut the wire from the pole. Well, how can I do that? That's impossible, but I did it. I'll tell you more in a few minutes. If I don't get back to you, give me a call. 213-713-8954, 8954 green, att.net, on the Twitter, Mr. Bob at BobBob8954. And you're watching Bob's Daily Devo on YouTube. Today's word was go. And I got to get going right now to get this gas in the car. Love ya.